Welcome back, everyone. This is part 4 of the King's Castle, and I have no idea what that just was. King James along with Rachel Ben and Pete Colbert.
Hey.
And as usual, tonight we're breaking down the week in professional wrestling. And now we gotta shift gears and talk a little bit about Monday Night Raw from this past Monday. Because we were live in Austin, Texas. And I gotta say, things are getting very, very interesting right from the get-go as far as the storylines involving Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, and Chris Jericho. Because Rollins came out to the ring at the top of the show on Monday night and basically said he wants a match with WWE Chief Operating Officer Triple H.
Wait, Seth Rollins said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on everything that's happened to him over the past few months. Well then, Kevin Owens decides to rear his ugly head.
He does have an ugly head.
Yeah.
And
it's huge.
Seth Rollins...
Nothing wrong with that.
Seth Rollins basically calls him out on the fact that he and Jericho basically broke off their friendship a week earlier when they were in Charlotte. So then Kevin Owens goes on to say that he and Jericho are still good friends. In fact, he secured Jericho a couple of gifts, including a U.S. title match later that night against Roman Reigns, which we will talk about. And also, we now know that it's going to be Seth Rollins one-on-one with Chris Jericho at Roadblock into the Line. But the interesting thing to me was Seth Rollins also had a match that night against The Big Show.
Which wasn't really...
Hey, it's the Big Slow.
Big Slow.
And I gotta say, I didn't see this coming at all. But Kevin Owens was basically out there barking orders the whole time.
Classic Kevin Owens.
Yes.
And he got a chokeslam for his troubles, and Big Show ended up walking out of the match, which gave Rollins the victory. But then later, it was Reigns versus Jericho for the U.S. title, and Jericho told Kevin Owens to stay backstage, but he did not listen.
Did he tell him to eat it?
No. Owens tried to come out there and get involved, and it backfired.
Yeah, they never listen to him.
Because Reigns missed the spear the first time, but then he was able to double back and connect for the 3 count on Jericho, so Reigns is still U.S. champion.
Yes.
But I gotta ask you guys,
What up, James?
are we witnessing the end of Jericho here? Because it's obvious ever since Raw and Charlotte, things are kind of going downhill.
It's all downhill from
Because I had that question. That's what I was thinking. Is this the end of Jericho and Kevin Owens?
AKA Jericho.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
You guys are on the same page.
Right. But I have a theory about this, I think.
Okay.
Maybe, Jericho's been in the league, listen at me.
Been in the wrestling business for 26 years.
Exactly.
Getting some baby fat on him.
Exactly. So, maybe, do you think maybe they're setting it up for Jericho and Owens to have the United States Championship feud?
You mean Universal title?
Universal title feud, yeah. And maybe this could be one of Jericho's last times on TV?
Well, I agree with that.
Well, I don't know about one of his last times on TV, but maybe one of his last title reigns. But it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, but it is very possible.
But they've been setting this up for a long time, too.
And speaking of things that have kind of been setting up for a long time, we've got to talk about the travesty that took place this past Monday at the conclusion of Raw regarding the women's championship thing.
Oh yeah.
As we know, Sasha regained the title back in Charlotte.
Yes.
and Ric Flair came out to the ring and raised her hand. Then we find out this week on Raw that at Roadblock into the Line, we're going to see Charlotte and Sasha square off again in a 30-minute Iron Woman match, which basically means whoever wins the most decisions within the 30 minutes gets the championship. Charlotte accepted the match, but then she said that she was inviting her father, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, to Raw to make amends.
This is the longest voicemail in human history.
I know, right?
Pay no attention to that because it has nothing to do with the show. Anyway, she was inviting her father, Ric Flair, to Raw to make amends for what had happened 6 months earlier. Or so we thought. Because she came out to the ring acting all sympathetic, brought Rick out there, and proceeds to hug him, but then she slaps him across the face.
So did he have to go pull the knife out of his back?
What? I'm not even going to respond to that.
But you know what I mean.
Anyway, she slaps him across the face, calls him a son of a bitch, and refers to Sasha as his trophy.
Ooh.
Again, I say.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The fact that...
Oh, I thought we were talking about Donald Trump.
The fact that Charlotte Flair stooped to a new low this past Monday on Raw. And I gotta say something now. I'm sorry if I upset anyone by saying this, but I usually try to be unbiased when giving my commentary or calling any matches I may see. But I sincerely hope that Charlotte Flair gets her comeuppance come Roadblock into the Line.
You mean comeuppance? You said crumpuppance.
No, I said comeuppance. Anyway, I hope she gets her comeuppance because there is no excuse for why any human being should talk to her father that way. I thought...
What if her father raped her? Extreme example, but like...
Mr. Chopin, that is totally unnecessary.
No, I'm just saying, you said there's no excuse ever for a... That was just, the legal studies in me. Because you said there's no excuse ever for a father to talk to
Excuse me, sir, but you are a studying paralegal. You're not a paralegal.
Whoa!
Whoa!
That's what you get.
I'm glad I'm off camera for this.
Jen, what I'm saying in my studies is we learn not to say anything that way because I think there is sometimes a daughter could talk to her father like that. What if Ric Flair cut off her brother's nuts or something and she is still angry about it? Or Ric Flair hung out with Jared from Subway and Hillary Clinton and Bill Cosby.
I thought I told you never to mention that third name again on this show. But anyway, I hope Charlotte gets what's coming to her because enough is enough.
Yeah, I thought this was supposed to be it for Charlotte and Sasha.
Exactly.
Before the 30 whatever Iron Woman whatever. 30
Well, I hope they both get their crumpuppance.
Crumpets.
Crumpuptons.
So you're in agreement with me here, Pete. You think they're dragging the story out a little too long?
Exactly. I mean, I thought...
Is it like RuPaul dragging?
Are they all going to have to look like RuPaul?
That's because RuPaul is a drag queen. That's not what that means.
But yeah, I thought this was supposed to be it. Move on to something else now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not drag this out for,
yeah.
What, 8 months?
Like
8
RuPaul
years?
Dragging?
8 years?
Yeah.
Kidding about that last part.
Oh.
I mean, it just seems...
You talking about wrestling or Obama? I hope he gets his crumb up. When he gets to Muslim heaven, he should only have 70 virgins.
Why do you sound like Bill Clinton there?
Sort of like reminds me of Ahmed, the dead terrorist from Jeff Dunham.
Stop.
I'm not going there, but you mentioned 70 virgins.
James, don't you love to draw depictions of the Prophet Muhammad?
No!
Get him, ISIS.
ISIS? if they come after me, they're gonna come after you too.
Well, they
They won't. They can't come after me. I'm not on camera.
It will take them a while to head to head this big.
I can't believe you just said that one breath. Anyway, when we come
You
back,
want me to say with two breasts?
no.
Or two breasts?
When we come back, we're gonna give you our NFL picks for the week and tell you what's hot. So stay right there. I threw to the break.
Oh. Did
He actually, I actually
please,
just.
Please go throw my computer. And say I'm throwing it to the break. Is this our final?